Hello and welcome to tonight's live weekly calm yoga. My name is Kirsten, and every Wednesday we do our live. So, to get ready for tonight's class, you can have a few pillows. I've got four, two at the front of my mat, one on the back side, and then one behind me here. And this is a yin practice, so we will be holding the poses for about 3 to 5 minutes, and it's meant to help with deep release in your joints and ligaments. Yeah, and this is a karma yoga class, so as part of karma yoga, I always encourage you as the viewer to write in the comment section a good deed you intend to do this week. It's always nice because it can either enforce your intention or encourage someone else. So please feel free to write in the comment section what it is that you intend to do this week. So I will move my hot water bottle and keep it for Shavasana. To make this practice more of a relaxing one, you're more than welcome to dim the light, light a candle, and play some meditative music in the background. But let's get started and go into a low lunge. So come on to all fours. If you are sensitive in your knees, you can place a pillow underneath your right knee like this. Or if not, or if you don't have a pillow, you can also fold your mat and make it double. I'm not so sensitive, so it's not something I would like to do today. And then take your left leg out in front of you. You can stay in a 90-90 if you have less flexibility in your legs. But if you have more flexibility, you can actually walk your foot out slightly more so that you can lower your hips down into this low lunge. So you can stay here for the 3 minutes to open up and get grounded in this stretch. It's always nice to bring your awareness to that front foot, spreading your toes nice and wide, and then planting them one toe at a time. Almost imagine there's roots coming out from each toe, pulling you in, and then hug your thighs in towards each other, dropping your shoulders down and back and closing your eyes. If you would like, you can place a pillow or two or even fold it to have something to rest on as you lower down. Let's stay here for about another 30 seconds before we can progress into a deeper stretch. If this feels comfortable and you don't want to go deeper, just stay here for the whole time. But I am going to give you another cue for those of you who might find that as you hold this, you can release even more. We are opening our hips today. Just focus on your breath. If you'd like to, you can lower down, keeping or hugging your knee in as close to your body as possible. So I like to keep the elbow-knee connection and lower down onto your forearms. And you can even drop your head or even fold your pillow so you can lower your head down. Into a nice lizard lunge. From here, you can heel toe or walk that left foot to the outside of the mat. So you're widening your stance here. If you would like, you can take your hand and place it on your knee to open it out gently, or just to hold it and give it that extra support while lowering your head back down onto the pillow. If you'd like to, you can also roll onto the outer edge of that foot, opening up your hip. If your hand gets tired, you can lower back down onto your forearms and just surrender onto your pillows, and even roll that leg out or back so that you are fully grounded with your left foot. And just holding here, breathing and holding space for yourself. My foot is sliding away on my floor, so I'm just holding it in place and still allowing my elbow to push out my knee to encourage a deeper twist or stretch. Still feeling heavy in my hips. Push down. Take one more inhale. And on your next exhale, you can heel toe and even walk your foot out so that it's almost diagonal in your hip, and then you can still use your elbow to push that knee out. But this time, your foot is facing towards the side of the mat. You might even want to readjust. So if you started up and you haven't made your way down, you'll look like this. And then you can lean into the side of your hip like that. Still keeping your ankle and your knee about 90 degrees. And then you can even push a little frontwards and backwards until you settle in. If you are like this, you can also go on to your fists if your wrists are sensitive. And if you would like to lower down, you can go back onto those forearms and still rock side to side. I'm going to use my extra pillow to rest my head. If you have one too, you can do that. Enjoying our conscious breath. Just one more long conscious inhale. And as you exhale, you can lift up if you have lowered down, planting your hands quite firmly onto the mat here. And then take that left leg, lift it up, straighten it, flex your toes backwards and pointing. Maybe just rotating the ankle one way and then the other. And then slowly move your left foot past your right and then slide back to give you a nice stretch. So you're more than welcome to bring the pillows closer towards you. I'm placing one in between my thigh and my belly because of my baby. And you lower down. Your arms are quite passive here. You can either reach out in front of you to encourage a deeper stretch, or simply just hug the pillow underneath you. One more minute. Enjoy and embrace the feeling of the stretch. On your next exhale, lift up onto your forearms. Look in front of you. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can bend over towards the left side or the back side of the mat. Oops, sorry. To the back side of the mat. To give you a nice side bend kind of stretch. Again, your hands can be out in front of you if you'd like to encourage a deeper stretch, or you can have them close to you and then even stack another pillow on top of each other so you can rest your head. This is quite a slow practice today. Just putting some pillows underneath me. Bring your awareness to your breath and just feel the rise and fall of your belly. Observing. Take one more conscious inhale, feeling the top of your body lift up. And then on your exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out, sinking deeper into this bend. On your next inhale, you can come onto your hands again, lifting up. Bring your pillows back to the front of your mat. And then slowly walking your hands to meet it, lifting that left leg up, bringing it out to your side, keeping that leg straight. So it's very similar to the one we did before, but this time your leg is straight and not bent. And see if you can sit back slightly. So even doing a first of a rocking and pulsing movement. And then when you're ready, you can take that pillow that was on your side and place it on your heel so that when you do lean back, you can have some place to almost sit, but you're still stretching out and keeping your toes glued onto the floor. So you're stretching the top of your foot as well. And then leaning forward either onto your fists or with your wrists and your hands flat onto your mat. Whichever works for you. And you can just drop your head here. If you have enough pillows, you can place your head on the pillows that are stacked in front of you. And enjoy this breath. If you would like to, you can also place your forearms onto the pillows as well and just drop your head down. Keeping that toe pointed. Nice stretch in the back of your legs. One more conscious inhale. And then on your exhale, you can come back up if you were down. Walk the pillows to the front of your mat. And then come to all fours. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Let's set up for the low lunge on the other side. So you can take the pillow that was behind you and place it on the one side, knowing what we did before. Having the two pillows in front of you, maybe three if that's what you used. And then if you have sensitive knees on the left side, you can either again fold your mat and place your knee on that, or put your knee onto a pillow. I'm going to use this when I go down. So once you're in your all fours, you can take your right leg and place it almost like Captain Morgan, but with your hips squared, not open. And if you have not so much flexibility and you're still working on it, you can stay in 90-90. If you would like, you can also walk that front foot slightly forward to lower down and open up your hips even more into a nice low lunge. Stay here for a few conscious breaths before we go down, or if this is where you'd like to stay throughout the next 3 poses, you are also more than welcome to do that. Even leaning, or again placing the pillows on top for you to lean against and lower. Just move my blanket so you can see your hips down. It's whatever works for you. If you'd like to try a more challenging variation, you're more than welcome to lower down onto your forearms or stack pillows up so that you can lower down, dropping your hips even more. Remember to hug your right knee in towards your right elbow. On your next exhale, you can lift back up and walk your right foot slightly out, even off your mat, and then lower your hips down. You can stay here if you would like, or you could also lower back down, roll onto the outer edge of your foot, and use your top hand to hold your knee out. So, just so you can see what I'm doing, you can hold your knee out like that. Let's walk that up. There we go. If you would like, you can lower down onto your forearms. It's just more challenging for me in the belly. So I rest my side on the pillow. Enjoying your breath. Breathing into any sensations you might be feeling. And slowly start, if it feels more comfortable, to be upright and to move your foot even wider out, and do that first and then lower down. You're more than welcome to, or you can just go straight into it with your leg out to the side. And you can always use your hand to push your knee out to the outer edge and encourage a deeper stretch. Any movement that's subtle that can help you ease into it better is always encouraged. The more comfortable you make your upper body, the longer you can stay into this. And just enjoy the stretch and release the hips. One more minute. Pushing firmly into that right foot as adjustability. On your next exhale, you can plant your hands back down onto the mat and the ground, lifting up and coming into all fours, so bringing your foot back, maybe swaying your hips from side to side. Inhale, lift your right leg up, take it over across your left, and then slide it back to reach behind you, lowering back down onto your pillows. I'm just creating a safe environment for my baby. Again, reaching your hands out in front of you or folding them down so you can relax your head. Whichever works for you. I'm just enjoying this nice stretch. One more minute, fully releasing into this moment. And slowly lift onto your forearms. And then reach your pillow towards your opposite side so you can reach over to do that side twist or the side bend. Again, lowering onto your forearms and then either fully lowering down if it's accessible and stretching your arms out in front of you for a deeper stretch. So it almost looks like we're making our body in the shape of a banana. Got about 30 seconds left. Enjoy. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, lift back up, taking your leg back out across your body, straightening it, and then sitting your hips back slightly, maybe rocking backwards and forwards, keeping your foot planted onto the ground. If you would like, you can grab that pillow and place it on that back heel and see if you can sit onto it slightly, still leaning forward because that'll give you that stretch on the inner thigh. And then you can stack your pillows on top of each other to see if you can either lower your forearms or your head down into the stretch. And then just lower your head, keeping your toe pointed, either facing this way or that way. If it's facing more to the outer edge, you will get a deeper stretch. And just lowering and relaxing your head. I like to place my head into my hand. Maybe you can even fold your pillows if you'd like to bring the pillow closer to your head for a more passive stretch, at least in the top part of your body. Enjoying long conscious breaths here. Smiling at yourself for showing up. Enjoying one more conscious inhale. And then as you exhale, you can come back onto your forearms, lift your hips, and bring your knee in. Maybe do some hip circles. You can take pillows to the front of your mat, place your head on, and then have two, one on either side of you. And then lower down onto your spine, keeping your knees bent. We're going to do a figure four. So on your next inhale, take your right leg and place it onto your left knee, pushing that right knee to the outer edge. And then as you exhale, hug that knee in towards you. You're more than welcome to take your elbow and allow it to push that right knee out. Flexing both your feet here, allowing your shoulders to sink into the mat. You might find some comfort in rocking side to side, massaging your spine. Pointing and flexing your toes until you find a gentle stillness once again for one more minute. Maybe hugging your right or your left knee in closer towards your body. That feels accessible. Slowly and gently release the grip behind your left knee, still keeping your right foot connected. See if you can bring maybe a pillow underneath or closer to your hip or in line with your hip. And then allow your top foot or your right foot to bring that left knee down towards the mat and then lower your right knee onto the pillow so that you can open your hips up just a little bit more. You might feel it in your lower back. It's quite cold here, so I've got my hot water bottle. Relaxing your jaw and all your face muscles, allowing the tongue to just fall. On your next exhale, you can lift that left knee up, drop the right foot down, maybe do some windshield wipers, moving your knees from side to side. On your next inhale, take your left foot and place it on your right knee. Lift your foot up, your right foot up, and interlace your hands underneath your right knee as well. And keeping your feet flexed, hugging your knee in towards your body on the exhale. If you are struggling to hold that knee up, you can place a pillow underneath that right foot. like this. Still does the same thing. And just hugging the knee in. For me, it helps so that I'm not constricting the belly, but still holding my foot in towards me and pushing that left knee out. You might feel a need to yawn. Enjoy it. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, you can bring that pillow that was on the other side also in line with your hip, and then allow your left foot to guide the right knee down. You might want to look to the right side to really allow for your shoulders to push firmly into the mat here. And then take your arms out to a T if you would like. Just place them on your belly or by your side, wherever fits best for you. Enjoying one more minute, just feeling at peace, relaxing, allowing your breath to guide you, maybe even just feeling the rise and fall of your belly. You can slowly lift your knees up, do the windshield wiper again. You can place a pillow underneath your knees and take your feet as wide as the mat and stay here for your Shavasana, dropping your hands by your side. If you would like, you can turn the lights off. And if you don't have any calming music, you can play some now. Maybe grab a blanket, put some socks on. And just allow for everything to settle in for the next 5 minutes. I will be in fetal position, so if your lower spine or your spine is sensitive and you can't lay like this for long, you can also roll over onto your side, place a pillow in between your knees, and stay like this. You can slowly start to bring your awareness back into the room by wiggling your toes, maybe brushing your thumb across your fingertips. Take one big inhale and stretch your hands overhead. Then as you exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. If you stayed in a supine position, you can hug your knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side until you eventually roll over onto whatever side intuitively feels right. So the right or the left, until you're in a fetal position. And when you're ready, you can use your top hand to push you up to come into a seat. Crossing your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your palms to touch. And then down in prayer position to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Namaste. Have a good evening.